All right, everyone, here we go. It's the official first build video. Now, with building any car, the first thing that should come into mind or be present at all times is thinking about safety. So that's what we're gonna start looking at and looking at ways I can improve it here today. All right, so case one of why safety is important. Well, until I welded this bar in, it didn't exist. And this is the lowest, furthest forward part of the frame now, and it protects my butt that's gonna sit directly behind this bar. Prior to this bar being here, there was nothing to get in the way of something coming straight through here and striking my body. So the lower bar protects me from stuff in front of me, but what about stuff underneath me? Right now, all I've got is a couple of sheets of carbon fiber and a little bit of a honeycomb layer to protect me from stuff coming up from underneath. And I know that sounds silly, but say a big rock gets driven underneath my car and is just kind of getting rolled underneath the entire thing. That has the ability to get through and puncture me. So what we're gonna do is take it the easy way. We could have added a layer of Kevlar to this and made it pretty impenetrable, but we're actually gonna go and take it a step forward and use a piece of titanium as a secondary layer to prevent any kind of intrusion from coming up and underneath me. So here it is, my little sheet of 030 titanium sheet. We're gonna lay this underneath the bottom of my car and at least start tracing out how we need to cut it so it can fit underneath just the actual tub section of my car. We're also gonna do a little bit of a bend on the flanges to keep it centered front and back. And that will also help it from just getting peeled along the edge if we're sliding backwards or forwards. All right. So now we'll go grab some clamps, get it pulled up against the bottom of the car, and see if we can start tracing. So we're gonna just take simple little clamps like this and just hold it up in the center so we can actually pull it up against the bottom of the car. So as you can see from the back's perspective, we've got enough overlap here to create a fold-up edge that goes on the back. As you can see, we've got more than plenty to trim and make a fold-up tab for the front bar as well. So now we're just gonna grab a Sharpie and begin tracing. So now we got that titanium sheet marked, we're gonna just sneak it out from underneath the bottom of the car and just tidy up any of the lines I put on there. So obviously this is the front edge and we're gonna just map out a quick little bend that I wanna do to create that up flange. So we're just gonna use a simple little ruler here, and I measured 1 1/8. So now, get a straight edge and draw a straight line. So now that we've got my titanium sheet all traced out and ready to be cut, we can put that aside. As much as I want to go do it right now, I've got to go off-site or away from this shop, go to another shop to trim all that. But there's other things I can make, and one of those is actually the engine pan. So I know some of you are like, why don't you just make it all one piece? It's because it's nice to be able to actually remove the pan for the engine separately. And I don't have material for this, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little bit crafty and make a CAD template. We're gonna use the Sousa oil cooler box, cut it up, and use that to trace our template on. All right. So now that we've got the cardboard cut out, ready to go, and we've got the titanium sheet marked up, we can start heading over to my dad's house where he's got benders and shears so we can do a better job of actually cutting out and bending both the titanium sheet and the aluminum engine pan. So tag along with me, I'm gonna pop over there and get that going. Alright, so here's our 040 thickness aluminum that we cut out for our engine pan. Now this is going to get put aside for now because I got some modifying I need to do to it before we can actually fit it to the bottom of the frame. But we also got the titanium sheet in. That's going to be an excellent protection barrier against anything coming up from the bottom. We also did a really pretty crack up job getting the flange bent over in a double bend. So that covers those two safety measures that we did, along with giving you a glimpse as to what video number 2 is going to be about. Video 2, we're going to cover installing the actual Dauntless tunnel floors onto my existing Stohr WF1. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That will make sure that you don't miss that second video that's going to be coming up in a few days. So for now, aloha and mahalo.